Hello, and welcome to Beachhead 2 on the Commodore 64, and yeah, I reviewed Beachhead quite a while ago. I just gave it a reasonable thumbs up. I think I did quite enjoy playing it when it first came out. Okay, maybe it's aged badly, but it's still quite a playable game, I think. A year or two after this game came out, and you can see it features speech by Electronic Speech Systems of Berkeley, who also did Impossible Mission and Ghostbusters, maybe. Right, so I can't even remember what to do here. One player game, so as you can pick level 1, 2 or 3. Let's go for level 1. Normal. I owned this on cassette back in the day, actually. I bought it on the budget re-release on the Americana label, I think, which was US Gold's budget label, or one of them anyway. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the multi-loads actually, but I did quite like the game. But yeah, so this is a two-player game. But you can play it one player, and there's a AI that will play the enemy. And depending on what joystick port you use, the game will just automatically switch to the other player. So it's pretty well done from that point of view. You can pick which side you want to go on for any individual levels. I'm looking very well here. I'm supposed to shoot these. Right. Supposed to shoot these before they land, and they'll. Oh, I haven't shot anyone.
Follow me, man.
So hopefully you heard some speech there. There's quite a lot of speech in the game. It's really well done. It's pretty good for the time. For 1985, I mean, to have this much speech in a game is pretty amazing, actually. It's really well done. Sometimes quite amusing, and you can see the animation is pretty good. And most of the levels are pretty good fun, no matter what side you play, whether you play the Allies or the Dictator. And each level is just played for score, really. Ah, you bastard. Right. He's got me again. Yeah, the other sound effects are okay. I mean, they're a bit basic, but they do the job okay. I do like the way these bullet holes fill the screen. And it must be using bitmap mode. It's pretty rare to find any games that use bitmap mode. It's just so slow on the C64. Right, has finished it. I'll just hit warp on the emulator and you can finish me off. You've got so many guys to attack with. that's it, on to the next level. And this one, I think you've got to, yeah, you don't control the gun this time, or do you? Oh, you do. No, you don't. He controls the gun. You control that various elements. I'm controlling this bloke at the top. I'm going to try and, oops, or you can control this little trap on the ground. You can lay mines. It's quite the controls. It take a bit of getting used to, but you can actually do quite a lot. So it's quite well done, I think. Yeah, so the allies have to get 20 blokes from left to right, and you've got to stop them. Oh, I'm well at practice. I've not played this game for many years. I was always quite amused by the guy getting mowed down by the tank. He does move very slowly. Oh. Oh, I'm not doing very well on this level. Just can't seem to get my tool. Right, anyway, let's move on to the next level. Just warp the old emulator. Yeah, so again, the graphics they're not great, but they're functional. Right, this level, I think I might have screwed up here. You've got to transfer so many people, I think, to the helicopter, which I haven't done. Maybe I'll just here we go. So you're probably better doing it in 2 goes, I think. Otherwise, if you lose everybody, yeah. So this, I mean, even the sound effects, but the graphics and the sound effects do bear a bit of a resemblance to Raid over Moscow by the same developers. Except that was obviously a side-scrolling sort of level, but you can definitely see the resemblance. Oh! I thought you had me there. Oh, I'd be surprised if I managed to complete this level. But again, it's quite a playable level. This is quite a good disc image I have of the game. The multiload's pretty fast. But on cassette it was a little bit boring. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but yeah, it did put me off the game sometimes. I had to be in I had to have a fair bit of time to play it, but I had to be in a particular mood. I was just trying to remember the level layout. This one with it? No, it's not this one. Oh! Yeah, so well, as we got on the review, yeah, I was not quite as enthralled with this as I was with the first Beachhead game, or Raid over Moscow for that matter. Which, I don't know. I think it's one of these games that's better with two players. And it's quite good fun with two players. So it's much more competitive. With one player, I mean, it's fine. I mean, all the levels themselves are perfectly adequate to play, but yeah, they're not very thrilling, and even though I'm not doing very well here, they're not very difficult either. There's no real challenge in the game, apart from the last level maybe, which can be quite difficult. Certainly quite time consuming, which I haven't got to yet, but I'm hoping to show you. Yeah, so as a one-player game, yeah, it's okay, but it's not particularly amazing. It's not particularly amazing as a one-player game, but it's playable. There's a bit with gates that open and close. Is it this one? I can't remember. Maybe it's on the higher difficulty level. So hopefully I managed to rescue some hostages. Okay, so on to the final scene. It's a one-on-one knife fight with your opponent. And actually, yeah, some pretty good speech here. And initially, it seems like quite good fun, but it starts to get pretty tedious actually. And they recycle that scream from Impossible Mission. How many knives does this guy carry on him? I don't know, but I think you can duck and jump. Although I've never found much use for the jump. Oh. Again, the animation's brilliant. I mean, the blokes are really small, but just so well animated. But yeah, this I think it's up to 9 rounds or something. Personally, I find it quite tedious. Yep, so that's Beachhead 2 for you. As I said, it's a much better two-player game, but yeah, I'll give it 6.5 out of 10. If you've got somebody to play it with, maybe 7.5. Again, don't play it in cassette. It is quite dull. Definitely find yourself a good disc version of it. Yep, that's all for this video. See you in the next one.